bitch.
Hell yeah.
Hello guys, welcome to the channel. Welcome to a 1980s horror review. Tonight we're looking at a slasher film from the 80s called The Incubus. Now this is the recent 88 film release of the film. It comes with the limited edition slipcase, comes with a reversible cover, and it comes with the Blu-ray disc, and it comes with a booklet. Now, straight away, it sort of fails on the special features. It's only got one audio commentary and the trailer, and that's it. No other special features are in this film. Now, this film is a bit of a strange one. I'll say this. It's so shit that it's awesome. It's that kind of film. This plays out in supposedly like a small town called Gallon, or which is in America, and there's these incidents happening of sort of murders and rapes. At the beginning, there's a young girl and a guy called Roy, and they're out at the lake or the sea, wherever they are, and an incident happens there, and the guy jumps off a sort of cliff into the water and doesn't come out again, and the girl goes over to investigate, and of course it's our normal typical 80s jump scare, and he comes out and grabs her leg. Anyway, she sort of like gets the and he gets out and goes, I'll go and get some music. So he goes to his car and he gets the radio. Why he's doing that, she thought she'd play a prank on him, and she hides in this kind of like abandoned sort of hut or shed. And while she's in there, she gets attacked, like raped and nearly killed. And the guy can hear her screaming, Roy, and he goes over to see her, and he gets killed. He gets like a hit with a plank of wood with nails in it that goes straight through his head, and he dies, but she survives. And then we meet Sam, who's played by John Cassavetes. He's our main character, and he's like a doctor, supposedly a doctor, surgeon, who seems to be like a police investigator. He does everything. Anyway, he's at the hospital. Well, he arrives at the crime scene, I think, where we meet Hank as well, played by John Ireland, who's like the police officer. And they investigate the scene, and they go to the hospital, and they say that the girl's been raped, but she's been dry raped. In other words, that there was no semen in her or anything like that. And so they don't know what's going on. But it's not long after that we get another attack. We get an attack of a family at a farm. The dog gets killed, the father gets killed, the sort of oldest daughter gets raped and killed, and there's another girl there who's like in a wheelchair, and she gets killed too and rapes. And this time they find that there's semen in these guys, so they think it's a multiple group, first of all. So they start investigating to find out who is doing these crimes. And we get even more rapes and killings. We get a young girl who's at a cinema with her boyfriend, and she gets raped and killed in the toilet. And we meet Laura, who is we meet Jenny, who's played by Erin Finley. She's the daughter of Sam, the doctor. We meet her and her boyfriend Tim Gallen, played by Duncan McIntosh. Now, these two are a couple, and they're quite a sweet couple. You know, they're like a normal, a nice sort of couple of like teens. But the young lad's got a few problems. He keeps having these nightmares. He keeps having these visions of a nightmare of seeing this woman laid out in like a medieval kind of torture rack, being tortured. And every time he has these dreams, someone gets killed and dies in the town. So he thinks he's connected and he thinks he's the killer. And we also meet his grandmother, I want to say, called Agatha. She's played by Helen Hughes. Now, she is a bit strange, the grandmother, because first of all, I thought, oh, she's evil. She's like a witch. But apparently she's a witch hunter. And Tim, the young lad, his mother is the one that's in this dream being tortured because they thought she was a witch and they were torturing her to make her admit she was a witch, and she wouldn't admit that to being a witchcraft, being a witch. So there's all this sort of stuff going on. So she dies and Agatha adopts Tim. But all these sort of weird, wonderful sort of things going on, and the films like this, it's like so fast. It's like, what's going on? And Jenny's getting worried about Tim because Tim's having these nightmares. He comes and sees her and says, "Yeah, I think I killed the girls." And then they start investigating Tim, and they do like a semen test on him and find that it's negative to the one that is found in the girl that was raped. But Sam, the doctor, still thinks he's involved, and so does Hank, because every time he has these dreams, someone gets murdered. So what is causing this? You need to watch it and find out, because that's all the synopsis I'm going to tell you. It's a very mixed up little story, but it's a very cool. It does play out really well near the end, when it sort of falls together. Now, when I say it's shit, but really good. Now, the shit bits, okay, the editing's awful. It's like you'll see Sam on the phone with Jenny, and next thing he's in the car, and he's off. And it's like he's arrived somewhere. And like when he gets in the car to go somewhere, you sort of see him get in the car, and then he's there. It's like, wow, how close is that? You could have walked that, but it's not. It's just the way it's sort of been edited. And like I said, you'll see that conversation going on between two people, and then it'll cut to something else straight in the middle of the conversation. So the editing is quite poor. The acting is a mixed bag. At moments it's really good. In other moments it is really, really poor. But in other moments it's really good. The positives is the story is quite interesting, and it's a real sort of like a drama horror. If you think of what's that one that I got recently that I reviewed about that town called Snowdown, or whatever it's called, Sundown. The town called Sundown. It's a little bit like that. It plays out a lot like that. So if you like that kind of police investigation horror, it's a lot like that, except it's not really a policeman. It's Sam is a doctor, and he's doing the police work. It has a little supernatural vibe going on, a little witchcraft vibe going on underneath, and we eventually do get to see the Incubus in the film, and it's quite good. There is some. It takes ages to get to any sort of gore in the film. I think you have to. It's an hour and a half long. I think there are deaths in the first sort of like 15-20 minutes. There's quite a few, but there's no gore in them. But later on, you do start to get gore in it, which is really nice, really cool. It is an 18 certification, which I still think it should be a 15. But I think it's 18 because some of the deaths include like farming implements and things like that. So I think that's probably why it's got like an 18 certification. The picture quality is good in areas and it's poor in others. It's one of those sort of really rare films that no one really talks about. The 88 film I've got, and they've stuck it out on the Slasher Classics, and it's all right. I'm going to give this a great watch and give it 8.5 out of 10. It's that good. It's that close to a 9. Like I said to you, it's that crap that it's great. And I really enjoyed the film. And the last half an hour moved so quick. And you're thinking, oh my God, I wish this was a little bit longer. But yeah, it was a good film. I really enjoyed it. It took me a while to get into it. The first 20 minutes, I was starting to wane a little bit, thinking, oh, where's this going? It's like a poor TV movie. Like I said, there's no gore or anything like that. But then it sort of takes off, and then we do get some gore, and we do get some sort of like um, little intricate little stories coming, and some sort of character progression coming in, especially around Tim and his grandmother. I mean, like the storyline there, and his mother being sort of killed, believed that she was a witch, and that his some sort of curse is now upon the town, because apparently these murders happened 30 years ago before, and this is why his mother was blamed for it. So now Tim's being blamed for it, but is it Tim? Like I said, you need to watch it and find out. The Incubus, 8.5 out of 10. Any of you guys seen it? If you have, let me know down below what you think of it. It was a cracking little movie, a little bit of a slow burn. When I was watching it, I messaged my lad, said, "Oh, Incubus is so shit, it's great," you know, and because I do like a bad film sometimes when it's got some pretty poor acting, and it's like some quirky bits like the editing. But there again, that's what makes the film different. Is the poor sort of editing of the film. But in a way, I kind of got to like that. I think, do you know what? This is moving the story along quite quick, and it's a different style. It's just a different style of filmmaking, and it maybe take a few views to really get used to it. But if you've been collecting them, this is number 55 in the slasher collection. Definitely get it for your collection. It's definitely it's not going to blow your mind. It's not a groundbreaking slasher film or anything. When you look at the amazing cover, that has absolutely nothing to do with the film whatsoever. This has nothing to do with the film. It's crazy. But there we go. It's still a cool film. Check it out. And then check out some horror channels for me. Check out Horror Hands, Horror Geek, Manvy Film, RS Design, Pizzawell. I am Ice Lord Cat watches horror movies. Grumpy Andrew's Haunted House. And a massive shout out to the lad. Till next time, look after yourselves. Look after one another. And I really hope I'll see you all soon.